Today on the World Down Syndrome Day edition of the LowDOWN, a Down Syndrome podcast, DSRF ambassadors tells us what inclusion means to them. Over to you, Hannah and Marilla.
Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Season 5 of the LowDOWN podcast. My name is Hina Mahmood, OT at the Down Syndrome Resource Foundation. And with me, as always, is my most amazing co-host, Marla Folden. Hi, Marla.
Hello, Hannah. Season 5.
I know. And it's a really special start to the season. We're very excited about it. We couldn't really think of a better way to kick off Season 5 of the LowDOWN than by celebrating World Down Syndrome Day. So on this day, when we're recording this episode, is March 21st, also known as World Down Syndrome Day. And the reason why we celebrate it on March 21st is because it's the third month of the year, which is an indication of the triplication of the 21st chromosome, for anyone out there who wasn't aware. And this year, the Down syndrome community is telling the world what inclusion means to us. For our special live episode today, we are thrilled to be joined by three of our incredible DSRF ambassadors, Jody, Andrew, and Chris. Welcome, everyone.
Hi. No much response.
Hey, guys. We're so glad you're here. We're also joined today by a live audience, which is really exciting and not something we usually do. So before we really get into our interviews, let's give some instructions to that audience. Audience members, if you can please stay on mute while we're interviewing so that everybody else can hear, that would be awesome. You will have a chance to ask questions for all of our ambassadors later on in the show. And you can submit your questions anytime using Zoom's chat feature. Please make sure to mention if your question is specific for somebody by putting their name next to the question so we know who to ask it to. Okay, now back to our special guests, our DSRF ambassadors. Let's do a little icebreaker so that our listeners get a chance to know you. So let's do some intros. Jody, first question is for you. What is your favorite activity to do on a weekend?
Drawing.
Ooh, I also love art.
So, having fun dinners with my family.
That sounds awesome. Do you ever cook, or are you just showing up for the meal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Both, but normally I like to help my mom making salads and stuff, and hopefully our stuff.
Yum. I love it. That sounds like a great weekend, actually.
Jody, what do you like to draw?
Pictures, things like landscapes.
Oh, very cool.
Fantastic. Do you use felts or pencil crayons?
I use normally a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
Draw a lot, and also I also do pastel work too.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Though.
Oil pastels.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that with us, Jody. Hopefully people know you a little bit now. My next question is for Mr. Chris Sayer. Chris, where in the world would you like to go on vacation?
Toronto.
Did you say Toronto?
Yes.
Excellent. And what would you like to do over there?
I watch a lot of sports and go to a few spas and stuff like that. And want to walk around the city a bit.
Mm-hmm. Toronto has a really good sports scene. Hannah knows a lot more about it than me.
Yeah. And Chris, you said that you'd like to go around and eat at the different places. Like there's lots of big restaurants too, right?
Yeah, a lot of different restaurants and out there. Like they're trying them all different ones on all good.
Yeah. Got it. Yes. And Toronto does have a really good sports scene, but we all know, but anyone listening to this podcast knows my thoughts about the Toronto sports team. Andrew's miming hockey in the background for those of you that can't see, but yes, they do have a hockey team. But we're a Vancouver based podcast, so we're Canuck fans, but that's fine. You could be a Toronto fan too. We'll leave it at that. We won't get into it, right, Andrew?
Right.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris. That's great. So Andrew, what is your favorite way to relax and unwind after a busy day?
Jazz music.
Okay. Tell me more.
old and new jazz music from the past to now, and sometimes the 1950s style.
It's a great jazz decade. Now, do you like your jazz with vocals or do you like instruments only?
All kinds.
All kinds.
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you have a record player by any chance for this jazz?
Hope so.
You want one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know something different about listening to jazz on a record player, right? Rather than like on a CD player. It's a whole different vibe. So that's cool.
A different vibe indeed.
Yes.
I don't know why I can picture you with a nice cocktail listening to jazz on the weekend.
Exactly.
I'm very impressed.
That's what I'm picturing. Andrew in like a smoking jacket, just relaxing, listening to his jazz music.
Yes.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for answering some of those fun icebreaker questions, everyone. I think our audience has, gotten a chance to get to know you a little bit better. And I've learned some new things about you guys as well. So that's great. So let's kind of talk about our topic today, which is inclusion. Okay. So how about we start with you, Andrew? Can you talk to us about inclusion? What does inclusion mean to you?
Well, I think inclusion means to me is being part of the community.
Beautiful. Yeah. Part of a community. Exactly. And do you feel included in your community?
Yes, I do.
And there's like
family, home, friends. I have talked about friends at hockey. They're good to me.
Yeah.
Going to dinners, going to pub. It's all good.
It's all good. Yeah. Yeah. And you gave some really good examples of what community could be. It could be a community of your family, your friends, people you work with, your hockey team. So yeah, those are all really great examples.
Yeah, work and more.
Jody, what about you? What does inclusion mean to you?
My community.
Yeah. Community to you as well?
Yeah. My community and places to be and stuff.
What kind of places do you like to go?
I like to go to the rec center in Richmond.
The rec center?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I been to activity there before cooking.
Okay. So it kind of means like being able to go out and do the activities that you want to be able to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I got you.
Hopefully more in the long run.
I know. Definitely. Are there other communities that you would like to be a part of?
I don't know for right now, but maybe sometime in the long run.
Yeah.
Something I can't say over right now, but mostly on the long run.
Yeah, in the long run, hopefully there'll be more opportunities for sure. Yeah. Chris, what about you? What does inclusion mean to you?
Being around people.
Excellent.
Nice choice.
Yeah, Andrew agrees. Yeah, being around people. It's a good kind of segue into my next question, Chris. Why? So, if inclusion means being around people, why is being included important?
Enjoy life.
So you can enjoy life. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a super social guy, so you enjoy life a lot more. Yeah, you too, Andrew. You guys have a great time when you get to be around a lot of people. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good point, Chris. Because a lot of people maybe don't understand that sometimes when you're not included, you really can't get the most out of life, right? So it's important. Andrew, why is inclusion important?
What we put it is being in what you want to have. And like friends or family or grandparents and more. You need them in your life, circle, and get involved and help them, help your community more, and get involved and be part of it.
I think that's a great point. You guys can contribute so much to your communities, right? It's definitely a two-way relationship. And having a lot of relationships is also really important with family and friends and coworkers and teammates. everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Jody, what makes you feel included?
When around people.
When you're around people?
Living that is, yes.
Yeah.
And also energy and the positive vibes and fun. So mostly that's about right. So, hanging out, having fun, chatting. They're all channels, so makes it more fun. So.
Did you say positive vibes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I totally agree.
Great vibes.
Great
Good vibes.
Yeah. So, in real.
Jody, how should someone act towards you so that you feel included? Should they act friendly? Should they ignore you? Like, tell us, how should someone act around you so that you feel included?
Being friendly, being open. Some people are not, some are all. Sometimes they're shy.
Yeah.
But I will say, be friendly, be who you are. Doesn't matter who you are. And
I think that's really right. And I think it's so great that you recognize that, Jody, that sometimes people are shy and maybe they're having a hard time. But if they're friendly towards you, and are open, like you said, then you feel included. So I think that's a really great point. Chris, what about you? How would someone act towards you so that you would feel included?
Being invited.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things do you want to be invited to?
Bit of everything, like transcend, talk around people, like from buses to sky trains, and talk more like that and everything, like about any social like that, out there in the community and like stuff like that going on.
Yeah.
Like this mandate and the COVID stuff, and like that is gonna end soon. I know it for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
You like that small talk with people when you're out on transit and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think being invited is a really good point too, Chris, because just being invited on something small, like let's come have lunch together or come out to a movie or come over for a party, all those things mean a lot and you feel more included, right?
Yes, Hannah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Andrew, did you want to add anything about how someone should act towards you so you feel included?
Well, open their hearts.
Open hearts.
Or Down syndrome. For me, everyone wants that. In community, Vancouver, or even your country. Open your hearts. Listen to your heart. And keep going.
Beautiful. You guys all put it so beautifully. Great.
Mm-hmm. That kind of brings me into my next question. Jody, maybe you can start for us. So we're thinking about the community and how people aren't always very good at including people with Down syndrome, right? And we're wondering what the community could do better. Like maybe they should say hi and wave more often, or maybe they should do more small talk. Like what do you think would make you feel even more included?
Things like small talk and talking to people. I think mostly about talking to people, especially when people with Down syndrome as well. To be more open as much as you can, but sometimes everyone has their own challenges with that. So I would say small talk and how their day is and stuff like that. So they can feel like they can go in conversation or know that you're reaching out to them too. So they can feel like they're included same way as helping them. Communities can work with. But it's also a one called inclusion works. That's also another thing. So same idea. Make sure that they have the interests and also talking to them and
I think those are great ideas. So you're kind of talking about even like getting started really easy is kind of what you're talking about. Like, hey, how's it going? And then opening the space to talk about your shared interests.
Exactly.
Right.
With him soon.
I gotcha. Chris, is there anything you want to add to that? Like how, if someone wants to do small talk with you, how should they start?
Hi.
Yeah, just hi. That's all it takes, right?
Yeah, then hi. What's going on? Stuff like that and everything like that. And then someone responds to hi as well like that every time. Not meeting new people like that and what's going on out there, like the traffic and stuff and everything, what's going on out there right now.
Mm-hmm. So like things that anybody would talk about, traffic, weather, sports.
Yeah. Yes, more now, like more people like more talking about the COVID-19 and men's state and stuff like that gotta end. It's gonna end really soon in this coming week.
Oh, so we could all talk about that too, how we want COVID mandates to be done. That would be cool too.
Yes.
I think Andrew agrees. Andrew, what do you think? Do you have anything to add how people could include people with Down syndrome better?
Well, I think go to large games like the Vancouver Canucks or BC Lions or the Red Caps, and you can talk to more people in your stadium. The Canucks won, the Canucks lost, and blah, 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 like that.
I got you. So if, like, let's say you're at a Canucks game, which for people listening from far away, that's our hockey team here. So you're out on a hockey game and you think that people should just be able to say hi to you, talk about the Canucks, talk about if they're going to win or lose.
You can dance or play sports with them. It's very, very fun.
You're going to throw down some dance moves? I got you.
I think, and I think there's like a nice common theme here, you guys. I think you're also mentioning that it's, if you have shared interests, like Marla said, it's easy to include other people, right? So understanding that people with Down syndrome can do pretty much anything anyone else can do. So why can't they come to a hockey game? Why can't they go on the bus and have a chat? So it's something as simple as that can make a big difference. Am I right? Yeah, go for it, Jody.
And also taking the bus. I know that's scary for some people, but feel free taking the bus. Same idea. Because they also see what's like out there in the world, Many of our friends that we know of have taken the buses and to places and stuff like that. And so that way everyone can go around and people take the bus.
Yeah, get around the city that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally. And when you go to your classes at the rec center, do you want people to do small talk with you while you're there?
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
But if they're up to it, but it's kind of nice have small talk.
Yeah, absolutely. So we know that sometimes people with Down syndrome do not feel included. And I'm wondering if you guys have some advice for somebody who's not feeling included, maybe at home or probably not at home, but maybe at school or in their community. Sometimes people don't feel very included, right? So let's start with you, Andrew. Do you have any advice for someone who's not feeling very included?
You should listen to your heart. Open your heart. And see what people need and wants.
Okay.
The community really needs Down syndrome in their lives. We are part of yours, and your family and your friend. We want to reach out, and we want to feel safe, warm, home, and family.
I totally agree with you. It's interesting that you say open your heart for the people with Down syndrome. So are you saying that you think people should maybe be open to more small talk and interaction?
Less small talk, more helping Down syndrome.
Totally. And I think it's kind of related to what Jody said about taking the bus, right? If people feel more included and safer when they go out, then they will be able to go on the bus more often, right? And have a nice chat, like Chris said, while they're on their way around the city. It all makes sense.
Yes. feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I understand. Chris, do you have any advice for people who aren't feeling included?
Included in central or community stuff like that.
Either way, whatever you think.
Stuff like that for me, for coming for Down syndrome for myself is it's few areas, like pick up the COVID-19 and stuff like that, and like holding something is you don't want to spread it and families right now and then nouns like that and everything, like touching a railing or touching a like a driver or stuff like that, what's going on like that, they want to have a family sickness around, like touching stuff like handles and everything, like a dirty mask, dirty glove,
all that stuff. So I think what you're kind of talking about here is that during COVID-19, it's had a really bad impact on inclusion for people with Down syndrome.
Yes.
Right? It's been
coming from myself and coming from myself like that for me with Downs and special needs too as well. Can't speak up around people with families like that right now.
Yeah. And it's been hard because, you don't want to share those things with the family.
I have one person like that and spend around families like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That is how it happens. I know it's been a really difficult few years for all of our students with Down syndrome. Inclusion's taken a big hit.
Yeah, especially when all of you guys are so involved in so many different activities and you have such a big community that you're a part of, that it's, you've worked so hard in all those areas. And then with COVID-19, it's, made it even harder. So yeah, for sure.
Miss Jody,
Yes.
do you have any advice for people who are not feeling included?
Yeah, I do actually. And that's more like when you're not feeling yourself, because when you're not included, you don't feel like your own self towards things that you want to be. And people get quiet about things like that because they feel like they're being left out or not doing things and they want to do. So, not everyone can speak. I feel like I'm included because this or so on. Some people talk about it. Some people don't want to. So sometimes in between, because you have small talk for the people that he doesn't really want to say things like that. It's understandable because it's hard to communicate with that. But if people who are comfortable speaking, could I be included in this activity or another activity and stuff like that? That's normally that's topic right now. I heard so.
That is brilliant advice. Yeah. I am super impressed with that idea. So to recap kind of what you said if people are comfortable, like if a person with Down syndrome is comfortable asking directly to be included, then you would encourage them to do it and say, hey, can I join? Right. Yeah. And if they're not comfortable, that's okay, but maybe start with some small talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. I love that idea. So let's talk about today, which is pretty special. So it's World Down Syndrome Day today. Are you guys going to be doing anything special? Let's start with Mr. Chris. Do you have any special plans today for World Down Syndrome Day?
Not so much right now. I did I would have showed actually fun. I explained it a while ago to learn about it. I did my own made lunch like that, with my shirt and apron and stuff and barbecue like that, making food like stuff like so, like everything.
Love it. Big meal.
Yeah, I done by my old high school once. I did it for fundraising for my high school once with barbecuing for people, for students.
Oh,
sounds delish.
Sounds really good. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's ask you, Jody. Do you have any special plans today for World Down Syndrome Day?
I don't know. It's pretty chill, but
you're repping the shirt. You got the shirt
Thank
on.
you.
Yeah.
That's one of them. And put socks and what's the other day? I don't know. It's probably
You were on TV this morning, right, Jody?
yeah,
You did
I
an
was on
interview
TV
at a local news
too.
station.
yes, I've done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you
was
for
pretty great.
reminding me.
You're very chill considering you were already on TV today.
I know.
mean,
Yeah.
jeepers.
This is easy after that, right?
Definitely.
Andrew, what are you doing today for World Down Syndrome Day?
Also celebrate a day.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a break, having a day off?
The day off and celebrate.
And celebrate.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
We have some questions from the audience. Hina, do you want to ask that first one there?
Sure. Actually, I'm going to quickly ask a question that I got from one of our other adults. He asked me to ask this question. So one of our adults named Aaron sent me a question the other day to ask you guys. So I'm going to quickly include that first, if that's okay. So Chris, Andrew, and Jody, Aaron wanted to know how people around the world can support Down syndrome. So we're kind of in Canada right now, but obviously there's lots of people all over the world that are living with Down syndrome. How can we all support each other? Andrew, did you want to start with that one?
Yeah, sure. Well, I think we must include more people with Down syndrome and reach out for them and help them. Open your heart, listen to your heart, reach out for more communities and get more of them to get involved and get things included. And for more people don't feel like the outcast or the outsiders we are now. The outcasts, outsiders. People don't want to do it because we're right now we are outsiders and outcasts, and that's bad for this community and the world.
I agree. It is bad for the whole world that you guys are not included. Yeah, as much as you should be.
Yeah. And I think that's great because you're saying that everywhere, all over the world, we should form a community around people with Down syndrome, right?
Yes.
Andrew, that's what, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we are the outcasts or the outsiders we are now feeling right now.
Yeah. And if you're part of a community, then you hopefully don't feel like an outcast or an outsider.
Yes, less than that. Yes, we need more people with Down syndrome get involved across the world, and here in Canada or in Vancouver, we need more. Chris or Jody might help me to raise more awareness, and we can make things better.
Yeah, totally makes sense. Okay. Marla, did you want me to take that question, or did you want to?
Yeah, you go for it.
Okay. So we have a question from Lisa. So Lisa works with a teenager with Down syndrome, you guys, and she wants to know, what advice do you have for this teenager so that he can make more friends? So he's very good at the small talk. What else can he do to make some long-term friendships? Chris, did you want to maybe take that, and then we can ask our other ambassadors after? So what can this teenager do to make friends?
To meet friends, meet them, like in malls and stuff, or bars, going out for coffees, going out for lunches or a movie like that, and going out and stuff like that, talking about anything, what's going on in the family like that, this and that and everything, like when this thing's gonna end, like it's gonna end soon, talking about friends like that for me, for my sake, for a kid like that, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's excellent advice. Andrew, did you want to add anything? What advice would you give this teenager on how to make more friends?
Well, small chat or big chats or large chats, like I do, but like a lot of friends, make more friends, make more people get involved with you, make connections with you, and phone numbers, text, Zoom calls like here we have, and a lot more that we can make some more positive things, spirited and more.
Yeah. Love all these strategies, you guys. That's amazing. Lots of different ways you can make friends. Jody, did you want to add anything What would you tell this teenager if they want to make more friends?
Things like I said, being social and going to places, social, meet people.
Yeah.
New people that you want to know and chat and about anything, basically anything.
Yeah.
And
Would a rec center be a good place?
Yeah, that's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Because they do a lot of activities.
Yeah.
And I feel like they can look at that. I feel like that's something that being social events and stuff like that. And I think
that's great. Very good.
I think it is great.
a good thing.
And, in that way, that kind of friendship is just like anybody else would have, right? You get a friend when you have positive memories that you make together,
Exactly.
right? All those good vibes of doing activities together, and then slowly you build a friendship. Good vibes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Marla, did you want to take the question from Wayne?
Sure thing. So we have a question from Wayne coming up here. This one's about inclusion in the workplace. So getting a job, that kind of thing. And the question is, what would you say to an employer about why they should hire people with Down syndrome? Whoa. So why should employers, so businesses, hire people with Down syndrome? Oh, Andrew's raring to go. Andrew, let her rip. Go for it.
Well, I think we can get them getting involved with Down syndrome. We can make things better and build something. Business always supports Down syndrome, but some do not. We should to raise more awareness and become powerful partners with them and make good connection with them. News or this and that. We can build something in there. We can build more hubs with Down syndrome in communities and Vancouver and Canada and across the world. We should build something with that, and we can build what we want to have.
Yeah. It's a good thing you say that. We have some entrepreneurs in the audience too. So one thing that I think is an interesting angle is, do you think, you guys all have jobs, do you think you guys are good at your jobs? Are you guys good employees?
Well, from my experience, it's all positive goods, and get involved with your community, different ones. Get involved with them. Different customers always say hi to you and say, "What can I do there? How can I find this? How can I find that?" You can help and build more relationships with them too.
Yeah. And Andrew, you actually just recently got a new job, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell her? Yeah. So and what is Montpetit? Can you tell our listeners what that place is?
Well, I think that's a French word of my little dog. Walking my little dog.
Yeah.
They do have a dog there. They have good cakes.
So it's like a bakery. Yeah.
Like a bakery, and good foods, and downstairs like a bunker. It's a French style, and good full of good jazz. If I'm there, you're gonna have a nice day.
Are you going to recommend that they play jazz when you work there? That'll be a really cool cafe vibe.
Oh yes, I would.
So when you went in to meet with the owners of the bakery, Andrew, what did you tell them about why they should hire you?
Because to know me better.
Yeah.
And because I get involved a lot of experience all the time.
Yeah.
I do work many times at Nectar's Marketplace, and I did volunteer at the Vancouver Canucks store once. They do well in the Canucks store. I do volunteer there. Job experience. They do throw me nice pucks to me. Then I put things in my drawer like pucks, jerseys.
Yeah. So you talked about all your previous experience working at Nestor's, volunteering at the Canucks. So you were showing them that you have lots of experience in other places, right?
Yes.
Very good.
Experience is a good thing. Well, like me, I have a business, photography. I can like scoop it, into it.
Yeah.
When I send my cards to you in a business, then business might boom, the economy very high.
Yes. Yeah, definitely want to make that economy boom. Agreed.
Yeah.
Let's go to Chris now. Chris, what would you say to an employer about why they should hire somebody with Down syndrome, thinking about how you got your job?
By this job, with my other one before I started working with the Down Center before,
Mm-hmm.
I used to work in the local curriculum boarding area.
Mm-hmm.
I was the same person I knew from the Down Center. I was a very good employee, and I was a cleaner as well.
Yeah.
Like hiring people with Downs like that for myself is only the places around you. Like in Burnaby or Coquitlam or Vancouver, like that, like different places, like coffee shops, movie theaters, and libraries, and like that, all the different jobs out there right now, like a policeman or doctor, like that, going out, stuff like that, talking about and stuff like that.
So, Chris, what you're saying is you brought all of your charming self and your small talk and your attention to detail and how you're always really careful to do a great job. You bring that to all of your employment.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised at all. You're an excellent employee and ace at the small talk. I'm always happy when you're in. I want to ask Jody this question too, because Jody also has a new job. So Jody just started working at White Spot recently. And so she's also gone through that interview process. Miss Jody, you got this new job at White Spot, which is awesome. Yeah. And what did you say in the interview? When they said, why should we hire you? What did you say?
I said, I love to do it because I love White Spot, I love the food, and it's something that I love to work at. So it's more like a work platinum, but have me more hours. So they can see my skills all. So first would be dishwashing. If that goes really well, I could do desserts.
Oh.
Wow.
So
Andrew.
But first the dishes, and hopefully they get me a job there. So that's the goal.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I love that you're getting a job at a place that you already go to, that you already really like, right? You already like White Spot, you like the food, you like the place. Yeah. So it makes sense that you'd want to work there and you'd be a great employee because you are supporting that business already as a customer.
Yeah.
So we have another question. Hannah, do you want to take the next one?
Yeah, sure. So this is a question from Summer, and she wants to know, so all three of you have volunteered before, now you have jobs. When you started your job, what was helpful for you? Did somebody help train you? Did anybody give you any advice? What was helpful for you when you started your new job? How about we start with Andrew?
Well, for me, experience is kind of it's a bit hard, but it will get so easier get to know it.
Excellent advice. So it could start off to be a little bit challenging, but that as you get to know it, it would get a little bit easier.
Yes,
so not to stress out. Very good, Andrew. Yeah.
I just stressed out, but don't be scared. People are very nice to you. Don't be afraid. You want to reach out, and if they want to reach out, reach them out too.
Yeah. Very nice. You guys are just like golden nuggets of information and advice. You're just inspiring me while I'm listening to you. Way to go.
Thank you. You're my favorite.
Yeah. Chris, what about you? What helped you when you first started working at either your job at DSRF or another job? What was helpful for you?
Working for when I work for the Down Center, I actually know a former news anchor was a weather girl before. She got me hired working for the front desk.
Oh, so you knew somebody who helped you get the job.
Connections.
Yes. Very good point, Chris. Very good point. Yeah. And Jody, what about you? So you're going to be starting a job at White Spot. What would be helpful for you to start that job? Would it be easier for somebody to train you, or?
Yeah, usually someone help me and also train, and that's why they got me with right now. So it's by college too, but right now it's by hopefully get me a paid job. Right now that's the topic right now. So I got someone to train me. A really nice manager. It's really helpful, and he's getting me new things to do, like what's going to happen this week, last week or so.
Yeah.
I was doing other stuff, but now I'm doing other new stuff this coming up week, starting tomorrow and Friday. I'll be dishwashing helping adults, so we'll see how I go with that and see.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think you mentioned some really great things there, like having somebody show you what you need to do. A manual is a good idea. And then, giving you time to get used to everything, right? So
exactly. Thanks. And also it's nice to have something visual.
So, go Jody, go.
Helpful.
Yes.
So 2 things, visual and showing you.
Yes.
Those all both combined. That's how I learn. I think some of us forget that, but that usually is something that is really helpful. People with Down syndrome, because they usually pick that up well quickly.
Amazing.
It's really cool.
I love all of that. And I also like that your manager was letting you know ahead of time when things were going to change or what your next shift was going to be like, if he was going to switch anything up for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was helpful, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So if we have any more questions from our audience, please feel free to type them in the chat. I had another quick question from somebody else who messaged me and wanting me to ask you guys this question. What would you like to see in the future for people with Down syndrome? It's a big question. It's a deep one. What would you like the future to be like for people with Down syndrome? Andrew, you kind of have some thoughts already?
Yes, I think a lot of them. Well, I think in the future, we need to expand DSRF more, expand Down syndrome in our community. The community is our future, in our home, safe place, safe hub. Because Down syndrome they are our families and friends. Because community is part of that. Because community does want to help you, and you want to help them. So I agree with that questions, because I know what it feels like being Down syndrome. It's hard. It's hard to be Down syndrome, but being the outcast or the outsider, in a bit lonely, sad times. Please open your heart. Please listen to your heart. Reach out to them. The Down syndrome feels lonely and lonely and isolated people.
Yeah.
We need them.
Yeah.
We need Down syndrome here in Vancouver. And Down syndrome really needs people like you, Jody, and Chris as well. You're part of this community as well. And you Jody, showed that true passion of CTV and do it. Good right. Well, very good, Jody.
Thank you.
So much support. I love this.
And you're so right. Like, more exposure would be really, really great, right? More awareness, more inclusion.
Yeah.
And, if they want to expand our building and triple the size, we wouldn't be sad about that.
Exactly. More than the other way. So it's kind of nice to have both.
Yeah. I think that's a perfect way to put it, Jody. The more the merrier. We need more Down syndrome in this world.
Yeah. Doing types too, right?
Yeah. Beautifully done. Yeah. Chris, did you have any thoughts about what you would like to see in the future for people with Down syndrome?
Well, I will. There's a lot of things with people with Down syndromes like that, like in community and stuff. Any like more Down centers and stuff and everything, and the sport of everything, different things like spending more of Down syndrome of my two favorite bosses, Wayne and Glenn. They're great, very good people. I know them pretty well.
Yeah. So you want more buildings like the DSRF or DSRF to just get massive so we can support more people.
Yeah, like board from the board and trade and everything, and fundraising and raising money as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nail on the head there, Kasair. Yeah.
We need we need City Vancouver or the government to support and fundraise us, because we need
That's true.
the government too.
Love it. I'm sure Wayne's very happy hearing all these amazing ideas, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. We're going to be super spirited soon.
Yes. And I
Yes.
think, Andrew, what you said earlier, Andrew, is that you guys know what it's like to live with Down syndrome. So we need to listen to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to be the experts at the table. So I really love that you guys are giving all this advice to people about how we can make the world a better place for people with Down syndrome.
A better place for humanity and peace and love. We need that here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautifully done, you guys.
Jody, did you want to add something to that question?
Yeah. Also, I hope this will, because we're still another family. Also wants this and the galas. Also people Down syndrome and other types that cannot speak right. Like that's more like it's not coming to my head. It's just I know what it is, but it's not coming to my head. But
okay. That's okay. You can take your time. I know that happens to me all the time too. The word just leaves your brain for a second.
oh my gosh, I know.
Not mine.
So people with Down syndrome and I think that's good products. I don't do one with it. I just match it towards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it can be hard for sure. All right. Well, I think that's all the questions that we had for all of you.
Yeah, I think so. You guys delivered on that last deep question. Absolutely.
Sure did.
Thank you so much for coming today, everybody.
Yeah, thank you to our audience for joining us today and for all your great questions. So how about we just wish everyone a very happy World Down Syndrome Day. Thank you, Chris, Andrew, and Jody. You guys were spectacular as always.
Thank you.
And we will hopefully see you again next year for our World Down Syndrome Day 2023 episode.